What's good, everybody? It is what it is. Productions presents BTown making a beat. Yeah. Alright, this is a video, I'm gonna show you how to make beats. Just a couple pointers, couple tips. I'm not gonna show you actually how I do it, I'm just kind of more explain it. You can watch the video, see a couple things. But usually I don't like to give too much secrets away, so I'm going to keep it like this. Alright, so first off, usually I start off with my hats, hi-hats, you know what I mean? Try it, figure out sounds, see what I got, you know what I mean? That's usually my foundation. I'll try with the hi-hats or kick and snare, the drum line, something like that, just to see how things can go, like, because usually that gives me the tempo of what I need to use. I like to chop my samples up all the time, so usually I play it to whatever the tempo is that I'm working with. Usually I stick with the 92 BPM. Keep it in that area, you know what I mean? 92, 90, 94, you know what I mean? Like to stay on the twos. But yeah, so here we go. Now I got the kick and the snare going. Trying it out, seeing what I can get, you know? Get a nice little boom bap going. Boom bap, boom, boom, boom bap. You know, if you got any more questions and that I haven't answered in this video, then you can hit me up at btownbeats1@gmail.com. That's btownbeats1@gmail.com. But yeah, so okay, now I got the kick and snare going, got the hi-hat going. Usually now I add a little extra. So now that I got my beat made, start adding some samples, fooling around, see what I got. Yeah, start messing around, see with the samples, you gotta try to figure it out, you know what I mean? It's like a puzzle. You gotta put the right pieces together, but not make it sound like the original, that you know what I mean? And the smaller the chops I find, the better it works out, you know what I mean? You don't want no long chops, they just sound too jumbled, garbage, you know what I mean? That's not me. I like to make those crisp little samples, you know what I mean? Get them to go together. Alright, I got one now, so I'm gonna record. Yeah. I find you gotta play samples pretty fast. If you don't play them fast, you know, they sound sloppy. That's why I was saying, like, I like to chop them up small, but if you keep them small, you gotta play them fast. You keep them long, you can play them slow, let them ride, but when you have them long, then when they ride, you can kind of hear the same sound that from the old song that you were sampling, or you know what I mean? So that's why I try to keep my samples small, detune them, things like that. I find it works pretty good. Yeah. Now that I got a nice tempo there going, got a nice rhythm. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Something you can rap to, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Productions. It's BTown. Yeah. Add that back. Usually I'm messy. That's why I take the track mutes out, mess with them a little bit here and there. See what I got. Now I'm gonna mess around with some synthesizers. You know what I mean? Or add some more drum. Usually, you know what I mean? This is like, sometimes I'll go back right now and I'll change the drums up and see what I got. But right now I'm doing the synthesizer now. Add some synth, add some body to it, just to make the sample not sound like the original, make it sound like something new that you never heard before. Kind of take the sample and go from there. Add nice little ding sounds, you know, I usually like to add piano, harps, chords, strings, add all that. Get into my basses too. When you add a bass, synth can add a lot to it, you know what I mean? You gotta have that background bass sound. Right now it's a good sound. Got this little chime in the background. There you go. It's a nice little chime. See, now I gotta mess with the bass, see what I got. I like that warm bass, you know what I mean? You can't just put any bass on there either. You gotta figure it out too. You gotta fool around, find that nice rhythm that goes with the rhythm you're trying to create. So that usually takes a couple minutes, you know what I mean? I gotta hear it out. Usually, me personally, I use my ears for everything. Whatever I hear, I just go with. After it's all done, then I go through the mastering, everything like that. But right now, I'm just trying to get it down, get the beat across, you know what I mean? Get a rhythm, keep my mind moving fast. Alright, here we go, let's get the bass. Yeah. You know, bass is simple, you don't have to put too much in, just that right, you know what I mean? Keep it simple and plain, that's all you have to do. I learned from DJ Supreme there, from Wu-Tang, Sons of Man. You gotta keep it clean, man. Not all about how many instruments you add. You could have 100 instruments in the damn track and it just sound like noise. You got to make sure that they all go together. I could just have 5 instruments and put them all together and make it sound like a whole orchestra. It's the proper way of putting it together. I hope you're liking everything you're seeing so far. Alright, now let's add some more piano to it. That's more like for the lead, for the chorus, you know, you gotta have a strong kind of noise or piano or whatever kind of, even bass synths, lead synths. They help to make the body of the chorus, make it more full, you know. Yeah, it sounds tight. See, now it doesn't sound like the original sample I had with all the other layers of instruments on it. I can play keys too, I'm not just a sampler. I took piano lessons, you know what I mean? Tried all that stuff out. Made sure I was a master of all of it, you know what I mean? I beat on my drum machine, I beat on a piano all day. Just trying to make that gully music. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yo, be on the lookout. We're gonna do a couple shows coming soon, you know what I mean? Looking to do one in Niagara Falls, looking to one in Newmarket, you know what I mean? Looking for one in Barrie, looking for one all over the place, you know what I mean? So just keep on the lookout for those. But right now, sorry to get off track, but right now I just added that little voice, you know what I mean? That's a nice little sample, a nice little short sample, just a little yeah. You know, just a little something there, just to make it sound nice. Now that I've got it all together, you know what I mean? Now I want to see how it all sounds from the beginning to the end. Let's check this out. But more or less, this is the beat, you know what I mean? Got it all structured. I'm screwing around right now with the track mutes, trying to see what works. Play the whole sample. See how it sounds all together. Yeah. See, this is how you do it. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have the drops in and drops out. You can't just have the same old loop running over. Yeah, sometimes the same old loop will run, but majority of the time you gotta kinda, with new music nowadays, you gotta drop it in, drop it out. You know what I mean? Add drums in, drums out. Usually I get all the sequences, I put them all together, I take all the sequences, I'll go through track mute all the sequences up. Track mute, if you guys don't know what that is, it's like you just take one instrument out, you'll have all your instruments, your tracks or your instruments that you're using, samples, whatever. So I take one in, out, take some out here, put some in there, but usually that's how it comes in and out. Then I'll add all those tracks at the end of it together, and then I'll make one long song. So, you know what I mean? Usually it don't take long. You just got to make that 1 8-bar rhythm kind of and go from there. 16 bars even, and just bring them down to 4 and 2 and just keep them on the even numbers, you know what I mean? this is the beat, yo. It's BTown. You know you like this. It is what it is Productions. You know, it's BTown on the beats all day. Best beat in town. I should win an award. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing this. I'm on house arrest right now, so you know you gotta wait a little bit. Give me a month or so. May 22nd, I get off that. So once, just holler at me. Then I'm gonna have my own studio set up, my own lab. Right now I only got a little beat lab set up, you know what I mean, just to get those beats out. But after May 22nd, we're gonna have a mic set up, a booth set up, proper recording, you know what I mean, cheap recording. So holler at me. It's btownbeats1@gmail.com. That's btownbeats1@gmail.com. Or you can find me at Brandon Rich on Facebook. Yo, I'd like to thank everybody for watching.